Welcome back to the pod. This is, I have two very good friends here. I wanted to do a special episode for New Year's. Durena here is a fabulous comedian.
Hello. How are we doing?
You can look at any cam, I believe, except don't look at that one.
Don't look at this one. This one.
You can look at
one.
that cam.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Che, lovely, wonderful comedian, host of Two Goons podcast.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Which is
one half of Two Goons.
One half of Two Goons. Is
Yeah.
that what you're calling you? That's not what you're saying when people bring you on stage.
No,
these days,
no. Sometimes people say he's he's from the Two Goons podcast. What I want is this year we're gonna submit for Porn Podcast of the Year at the AVNs. I want my title when I go on stage to be like AVN winner for best porn podcast, Che Durena.
God.
That's the best. If I get
out of my world.
If I get a little trophy, if they give me a little fucking trophy, or can we swear? Sorry.
I think so.
Okay. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna lose it. That would be so happy.
Yeah, my mom would be thrilled. And Jess Siskin, how do we introduce you? A very wonderful friend, formerly the creator of Mr. Crispy, a viral
Crisp.
viral Instagram account, an upcoming author.
Yes. I'm already an author. I did a book for Mr. Crisp, but I have my
sorry.
debut novel coming out next fall.
Right.
What's Mr.
It's
Crisp?
called Looks Perfect.
Mr. Crisp
Looks
was
perfect.
Looks perfect.
She would make she would recreate things out of Rice Krispies, and they were beautiful.
Oh, that's
So
cool
it
as
was like
hell.
Rice Krispie treat art that was edible.
Okay, but the point of this pod is that Che and I, we are going to describe our experience going to both of our very first Phish show for New Year's Eve, which was completely not out of our comfort zone exactly, but just a wild,
out of the blue,
new experience for us. And we got a little drugged, and we went to Phish, and I know nothing about Phish, and there's so much lore.
Yeah.
And Jess Siskin here has been to 107 Phish shows now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I can't believe you remembered that figure.
He's a host. He's got to.
I can't believe the amount of Phish shows that people go to. It's so absurd.
Like I'm on the lower end of some of my friends.
It's unbelievable, the whole thing. But I thought that Che and I could describe our experience, and like I have a lot of questions about the lore and about like how we did it and how much we annoyed people, and also a lot of questions about like the Jewiness of it. And I should say right off the bat, I love the Jews. I'm a big Jew fan.
You are a Jew.
I'm a huge Jew.
Yeah.
I like to analyze the Jews a lot, and there's some Jewish aspects of Phish that Jess will provide some safeguards so I don't over cast too wide of a net or be a little blunt with my this kind of Jew kind of thing.
Are you Jewish?
I am Jewish.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm the only non-Jew here.
You were the only non-Jew at the whole Phish show in Madison Square Garden. No.
The only person of color. No,
that's
very
the thing. Yeah.
white crowd. You pointed that out.
Well, that's later in the pod.
We're gonna get there.
We've got at least 20 minutes on our very high discussion of why there were no black people there.
Yes.
Which is awesome. And I think that you've been to 107 Phish shows, but I thought what an opportunity.
This was my first Phish show that you were at.
Well, this was your first Phish show with a black person. That a black person was there. So congratulations. That's number one for a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. They don't even know.
I didn't know. Yeah. For those who don't know what Phish is, what the fuck is Phish?
Okay, so Phish is a jam band.
Sure.
4 men.
For men, specifically.
No. There are 4 men, but it's also kind of. I sometimes say like a lot of Phish is for boys.
Okay.
But there's also a lot of Phish for girls.
Okay.
So it's four men.
Yeah.
They started performing together when they were at school in Vermont in the 80s, the early 80s.
Yeah.
And they have amassed a huge following.
Yeah.
Over the past 40-ish years.
Yeah.
Sort of, in a way, like they have such a specific community. So like. It's funny because we were talking about it. They're one of the few. They're like probably the most famous people that could still walk down the street and not really.
So funny. I have a line about that in my book.
Yeah.
In your book,
like a joke in my book. It's like
you wrote about Phish in the book.
No, there's a joke. It's like not to spoil anything, but there's a joke. It's like I'm a certain kind of famous where some people really recognize me and others don't. It's like being. I think I say it's like being a best-selling author or being in the band Phish. No, it's fiction. It's a novel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great joke.
Huge spoiler.
Yeah.
He would have been good if he didn't interrupt you a bunch of times while telling the joke.
Thank you.
Well, this is actually something I wanted to. We'll get back to Phish, but I actually think a funny theory I have about Che is Che tall like his other like close friends from Toronto are like he's got some really neurotic Jew friends, and I do think it's partially an affinity for it, but I think he finds anxious Jewish stuff more funny than your average person.
Yeah, no,
which is huge for me because without that it would be.
I love without putting it bluntly. I love people suffering.
Then you must love us.
The Jews are constantly and they're stressing about everything, and my buddies are always like and I think it's so funny to be like you have a simple conversation and then they're like, he hates me, and I'm like, why, dude?
Yeah.
Why are you
Great.
freaking out right now?
I actually probably would have preferred our friendship if I hadn't heard that out loud. But
But I think that I've never connected it until you said that. But I do enjoy suffering.
as I said, I regret it. Yeah.
I'm like, that could be why. Yeah.
That's so why. Yeah, why? Cool. So you end up with a lot of Jewish friends,
Not a ton. I have a few for sure that are very close.
and
yeah,
they're big sufferers.
yeah. You suffer for sure. And you guys, I would say it's you and my buddy Jacob are my two most Jewish friends.
I don't suffer as much as Jacob.
No, you don't. No,
Okay.
but you do suffer in your own ways, and I think I like a very specific type of suffering that's like self-inflicted.
Yeah.
And like most of my,
I think that was anti-Semitic.
it was actually
Yeah.
oh, okay.
See, that's why we need Jess here. 'Cause I would be like, keep going, baby.
Well, everything he freaks out about, I'm like, you don't have to stress about that. And he's like, but I do, like, but I have to. And I'm like, but you can
I'll
just
give you
chill.
a good example, but also you deal well with Jewiness. Like when the hot dog thing that we went through, like so he got 2 hot dogs.
Yeah.
And then one of them, okay.
Where? Where are you buying hot dogs?
There's
At
hot
Phish.
dogs at Phish.
Oh, at Phish. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
okay.
should we get to that? Well, we can just explain, but I'll give you a good encapsulation of his. Sort
Nobody eats at Phish. That was your first mistake.
Oh, dude,
Whatever.
I
Yeah.
had to eat. I saw dogs. I was like, let's go, man.
Plus, he was like, "Let's get one more thing," and I was like, "This is my dream."
Yeah,
we wanted to troll around and get one more. Nobody.
But then
eats
they were
at
like,
Phish.
get in or you're going to get locked out. And we were like, I want to get out.
So he gets 2
Pretzel.
fucking.
At what point in
He
the
gets
show?
2
Wait,
hot
wait,
dogs.
put me
a set
in
break,
time.
A set break.
Okay.
A set break. But we'll get to it.
Okay.
The I just need to get this hot dog thing. So he gets 2 hot dogs, right? And he goes, I got 2 hot dogs because I thought if you wanted one, you could have one. But if not, I would have them both. And then I'm like, okay, first of all, that sucks because he was willing to eat 2 hot dogs.
Yeah.
So he got 2, being willing to give me one. But if I didn't want one, he would have eaten 2. So like in my get 3, like or allow me to, because then I was like, I'll get my own hot dog, and he's like, no, I got you one. I was like, you didn't, because you were gonna eat 2 hot dogs if I didn't want a hot dog. And then so I get
This
over
is a
it.
great story.
And then I
Keep going. Say more.
I get over it. I'm over it. But then one comes out with he ordered one with sauerkraut and one without. So I'm like, clearly you were getting a variety. There's no way you wanted to give one away, right? Like you were getting 2 different hot dogs, like to experience 2 different things. I believe you less now that you were willing, that you thought of me when you ordered 2 hot dogs. It's so crazy because like, it's like if I ordered a hot dog and a hamburger,
Right.
and I was like, I got a hot dog and a hamburger thinking you
Take
might want
one,
one.
yeah.
But like, or I got hot dog and chicken fingers thinking you might want one. But like, clearly you wanted both things. If
Right.
you had gotten 2 orders of chicken finger or 2 identical hot dogs, I would have believed it more. 2 different also a hot dog with sauerkraut and a hot dog without. Those are 2 totally different things.
I agree.
Yeah. Flavor
Yeah.
profile. Like it's a total.
See, this is what's funny.
Yeah, this is the self-inflicted suffering you're talking about. Yeah, I see it.
You could just eat the fucking hot dog, dude.
No.
It's not that deep.
because you knew how hungry you were. Like no one, if you okay, let's say if you're high and not thinking about the money of it, and you order as much as you are hungry for.
No, but this is what I guess you don't understand about my perspective. I would eat 5 hot dogs.
Yeah.
That's the amount of hot dogs that I would probably get to where I go, I gotta stop eating hot dogs. So 2 was a number where if I have,
But then 1 is nothing to you.
Well,
one is like getting a prostitute and just kissing.
yeah, but I can't eat that many hot dogs and then go into a Phish concert. That's also factored in. Because then I'm like, well, I gotta
I'm just
sit
saying,
down.
on some level, then you'd consider the right amount of hot dog for you to eat at that point.
No,
And it wasn't one or two, one being with sauerkraut, one being with, like, there's no way.
Well, there's also.
Did you think, you genuinely, when you ordered them, you were like,
Yeah.
I'll give him one?
I said, in my head, I went, I'll offer him one. Because then if I get 3, there's a world where I got to eat 3 dogs now.
Yeah.
If you go, no, I don't want a hot dog. So if I got to eat 3 dogs and then I ate one, because you only ate half of one.
Well, let's get to that's the second part of the story. Yeah.
But so I ate 1.5 dogs, and then I was in the concert, and I was like, I'm kind of tired now.
Yeah.
The hot dogs are slow.
Yeah, that's why
Wow.
people don't eat at Phish.
So,
Yeah.
because it's a
Relax,
long
relax,
show,
relax,
right?
rules, girl.
I love rules.
Yeah.
I think
That's
you
why
know
I
that
knew,
about
actually,
me.
This would
Yeah.
be a good.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I was like, I can't eat 3, but I can eat 2, and one is what I should eat.
Yeah.
I should only have one.
Okay.
And if I'm gonna have one, he said, "Do you want sauerkraut?" And I went, "Yeah, put it on one." It was a spur of the moment. I went, "Put it on one."
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, because you're easygoing, and it's tough for me to understand what it's like to be easygoing. So I
Yeah.
could not put yourself. I'm really good at putting myself in people's shoes a lot of the time. But there was a wall. I could not enter your shoes at that point. I could not
hot dog
understand
shoes.
your process. No, not at all. And then so this is what I said to him. So I'm like, okay, I'll eat half of one hot dog because I felt so guilty. I was like, I'll eat half, and do me a favor, even if I beg you for the other half, do not give it to me. And he was like, all right. Most people wouldn't do that. Most people would be like, if you want the other hot dog, I'm just gonna you eat it and then you figure out if you want more.
Yeah.
He just this is why he's got an affinity for the juice. He understood. He gets it. He's been around enough people who are a huge pain in the ass to understand.
I don't think that's a pain in the ass though, because the thing is, I want to eat the other half of the hot dog, but I also shouldn't eat the other half of the hot dog. But if this satisfies both of us,
Yeah.
I get a little bit less hot dog, which is what I should do.
Yeah.
And you get this like weird craziness that's going on. You get to calm down a little bit from that. So everyone's happy.
You know what I didn't tell you?
What?
I had a long debate over if I wanted half of the sauerkraut one or the plain one in my head. I didn't say anything about it.
Well-
You offered the plain. I was actually leaning sauerkraut.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I didn't say
I just assumed you wouldn't be a sauerkraut guy.
a crazy assumption. Crazy.
I can't believe how much we've talked about hot dogs.
I know, right? Where we haven't touched fish at
Yeah.
all.
And then
But there was a hot dog on stage. Did you see that?
No.
You guys didn't see the hot dog
Was
dancing
that in
on
the
stage?
first half?
No, it was at the end during the gag.
Oh, no, I didn't stay. You saw it probably. I didn't stay all the way to the end.
When
no,
did you
you saw
leave?
the gag. You saw the gag.
One thing I want
go
to
on.
say.
Please be about the
part
hot
of
dog.
the-
Please be about the hot
It
dog.
is.
Thank God. Okay.
For the love of
One thing
God.
about the whole thing where I'm like, this is silly, is there's more hot dogs. If there's a whole thing,
Right. They do
No, but
sell
I
more
had-
hot
It's not
dogs
like
here.
there was only 2 hot dogs.
No, but I
Right.
had the honor of the luxury of an arbitrary cutoff.
I know, but if it was really a thing where you went, hey, listen, you bought these, I can't. You could just go get a hot dog.
No.
So there's an unlimited amount of hot dogs.
Correct.
No.
That is not factored
No,
in.
no,
And nobody else is buying them.
No.
So yeah.
We get it. No one else is eating, okay?
Yeah.
But-
All right, sorry, let's move on.
No. But I do have to say, like, you because I believe that you did want to give me some, like
Yeah.
at that moment, kind of. But anyway, I couldn't accept your gift and then go buy another hot dog. That's me poo-pooing your gift.
No, yeah,
Your
but
generosity.
No, I'm saying in this situation where you have this huge moral dilemma, if you said to me, listen, dude, I don't believe you, but I do want a hot dog, so I'm going to buy my own hot dog. I would have been like, okay.
You think I'm gonna be there, like in this all-loving New Year's hug environment? Be like, I don't believe you. I'm not gonna.
You're dying
I mean,
inside.
I want you to
Dying.
have both hot dogs.
Yeah.
I want those are for you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go get my own. I think that's
Yeah.
But
You
then he's
enjoy
like,
them.
no, I thought
Yeah.
about you when I ordered them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well,
All right, let's move. Let's move.
Can we please?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we had a coffee at 4 p.m. and we both had an inkling to go to Phish at some point, and then we just bought tickets on StubHub, and then we went and did spots, and we missed the first set,
The whole first set?
The whole first set we missed.
the whole first set.
Oh my god.
I know, sorry.
That's
So-
just real
so-
shame.
New Year's Phish is a very specific.
So you
thing.
came in during set break. During the
Yes.
first
Yes.
set break. Okay, just so I understand. Yes.
New
Continue.
Year's Phish is a very. Can you explain the lore of Phish New Year's? Madison Square Gardens.
So Phish started playing at Madison Square Garden. I think it was actually we looked this up 94.
Whoa.
So a long time ago.
Yeah.
But they play. I don't know how many years it's been that they've played New Year's. at the Garden every year. I know in the time since I started seeing Phish in 2010, 2011.
Wow.
And since then, they've been at the Garden every year except for 2014 to 2015. They were in Miami. And then there was obviously COVID. So other than that, they've been there every year. And something they do on New Year's every year that also started in the mid-90s is that they do a New Year's gag.
Yeah.
So something that Phish likes to do is...
But they do 4 shows leading up to
Yeah,
New Year's.
so they do 4 shows. Well, it depends on the year and like the day.
Well, they do a few
But they'll
shows.
they'll do 4. No,
And
they'll
people
always
go
do
to-
4,
and
but
people go to
sometimes
every show.
Yeah. So they always do 4, and sometimes they'll start on the 29th, which I like because that's my birthday. Sometimes they'll start on the 30th. Sometimes I've been where they've started on the 31st, but they'll always do 4 shows over that time period. And the New Year's show is a special show because it's 3 sets. And around the time of midnight, they start to do something called a gag, which is a different type of novel performance that people really get excited to. People are always making predictions. I've never ever seen anyone be right with a prediction. But it's a fun thing. It's a community activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole thing was milk. They were
Yes.
doing a bunch of milk themed stuff. And I was like, is this deep in Phish lore that I don't... Does milk have some relation to fish?
So yes, I'm so glad you asked. So the reason So the reason for the milk theme, the theme was actually like, I think technically like ice cream.
Yeah, you idiot.
No, I mean, well, so what they did was at the end of the second set, the last 2 songs
They
that they
made ice
played.
cream.
No, the last 2 songs that they played at the end of this. So they'll often send messages through the songs that they're playing.
Yeah.
So the last 2 songs. You
Dude,
asked me to be here.
I've
the
enjoyed.
the
Can I
last
just tell
2
you,
songs.
that moment of suffering was enjoyable.
The last 2 songs of the second set were a song called It's Ice, which is a Phish song, and then they did a cover of the Prince song Cream.
Okay.
And so there was a message that said It's Ice Cream, right? Okay,
yeah.
that was a message.
Yeah.
All right, there was also a milkman on stage.
Yes, yeah.
Who was ringing a bell.
Yes.
Okay, that happened at the end of the second set. The reason for the milk theme
Yeah.
was there's a song called Harry Hood,
Yeah.
which was inspired by, like, I think their first practice space or something was across from the Hood Milk Factory in Vermont.
Okay.
And so that's where that song came from. And I think they wrote that song 40 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So it was an homage to that song. And then from there, I mean, I think they sit in a room and they're like, okay, the theme, let's start with Hood. Let's start with milk. And then from there, they got to ice cream. And then,
Yeah.
all of a sudden there's a hot dog on the stage.
They also
You know.
love ice cream, right?
I love ice cream.
They love ice cream.
Yeah, who doesn't?
No, I know, but they specifically like Joe Biden loves ice cream.
I don't. Joe Biden loves vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry for being smart.
So insane.
So
No, he doesn't love ice cream. Oh, okay. I got it wrong. He
So-
loves vanilla ice cream. Okay.
Fish. Well, they do have an ice cream flavor with Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
Called Fish
How many
Food.
people do you know that have an ice cream? They love ice cream, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yes. I mean, that partnership started in the
Could you know-
90s.
could you know
I'm sorry.
what?
Yes, they love ice cream. They personally told me that they love
I'm
ice
leaning
cream.
Dan on this one.
Yeah,
I think
okay. They love ice cream. They love ice cream.
They have
you
an ice
got-
cream flavor.
You got an ice cream flavor. It's kind of there's a connection.
Yeah,
There's
I
lore.
don't know that they love ice cream more than they love other things, but yes, they love ice cream. It's not like you know what?
You wouldn't say that like
I will concede that they love ice
they're
cream.
also they're mostly sober, right? Like they like you
Yeah.
know they like ice cream. Like not that
Is there a correlation?
No, I just mean like they like homey, like it's like
Cozy.
ice cream,
Okay.
cutesy, whatever.
They're very nice people. Nice people like ice cream. I think
Or,
that's
no,
it. Yeah.
that's not even what I'm saying.
Okay.
One thing
You
I
know-
got- are any of them Jewish?
Yes,
Yes.
two of them.
2 of them.
Yes.
Okay.
7
okay.
of them.
7.
7 out of 4.
Yeah.
We don't have
Yeah.
we don't have the top dog, unfortunately.
No, what do you mean?
The Trey, the main guy.
Trey's not here. Is that what you're saying? Oh, or that he's not
He's
Jewish.
not Jewish.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
not Jewish.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but
That's the guitarist?
but he's Jewish in spirit.
That's the guitarist or the
Yeah,
bassist?
the guitarist, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The bassist is for sure Jewish.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mike Gordon. Yeah,
Mike Gordon, yeah.
yeah.
But they're okay. So they love ice cream, and that's what Jess says. They specifically love ice cream. Like they don't have any association with muffins or like steak, right? Like they're known to be associated with ice cream. No.
I don't think so. I mean, they have the ice cream flavor with Ben and Jerry's, so sure. So like for example, like my grandma loves that ice cream flavor, and so
Okay.
she knows of the band from the ice cream flavor.
Yeah, that's not
right. Like that's her association.
Not
But
really
like
an example.
right. But no.
What's that an example of?
Well, no, but I'm saying like it's an association from the culture. Like the culture might associate fish with ice cream because that's their only access point to fish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They've never talked in interviews about ice cream? Like there's no photos of them eating ice cream or anything?
I don't think so. I feel like I would know
You
about
think that they were more, because I know that the Ben and Jerry's founders were Phish fans.
Right. And so that's how it all started. They all started in Vermont around the
Jess
same
is
time.
actually right.
Yeah, it all started in Vermont around the same time. They've had this flavor for like over 30 years, I think.
Oh, whoa.
And then there are songs
I'm
that
just saying,
so,
like, they didn't do Korean barbecue as their New Year's thing.
right, but there are songs that mention other foods, or there are correlations with
what?
like there's a song called The Sloth that talks about spaghetti. For
Yeah.
example, there are songs that have like associations with food. Like this is not like there are no songs directly about ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are songs like the song that we saw performed during the gag was called Tweezer, and there's a big
Freezer.
exactly. See, you don't even need me.
Okay.
Oh, we need you.
Yeah, no, I'm learning a lot. Yeah. Because, it goes really deep, and there is, like, a very, like, what's that Charlie Day with the string being like, it's all connected kind of
Right?
thing.
Yeah.
So-
That's actually like a big fish meme.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah,
That is a bit.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
See? I'm fucking already in.
Yeah, you're in.
Yeah.
So so the fact that we only went to the New Year's of the 4 shows, does that make us losers?
Well,
No, it makes you new.
posers.
You have to start somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
a
I
great
don't-
great time to start. Although I would have started at the beginning of the first set, but that's a great time to start.
Right.
But I don't think, because it seems like the whole community is very like positive love, like which is very.
Yeah.
It's nice going into a space where you're like, oh, everything's really nice. You bump into someone and they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like that was, I was like, ooh, I really enjoy the energy in here. So yeah, I don't think anyone would ever be like, you're a poser, or be like, oh, I've only been to one Phish show. They'd be like, that's amazing.
It's very welcoming.
Yeah.
Like any cult. Very
Yeah,
welcoming.
like any
Yeah.
cult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's culty?
I mean, there
No,
is
it's
like
a whole kindness.
it's a fandom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, people will say like it's one of those things like where you talk about Phish. Like when we left the Phish show and we went to Joy Face, my friend's bar, and we went to go explain.
Wasn't invited to that, by the
Wow.
way.
You didn't ask. You of course were invited.
No,
if-
I mean, okay.
If you were.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay. So but like explaining to people who weren't there, if you're like there was a giant milk carton on the stage and then the milk like.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like
Yeah.
it does
Oh,
sound
it's
kind of
insane.
culty,
Yeah.
right?
100%.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like explaining a trip or a dream.
And
Right.
so
But it
you've
actually
been
happened.
to 107 Phish shows.
107.
And so how many, like, do you go to different states to see them
Yes.
constantly?
I travel a lot to see Phish.
Just to see Phish.
Yeah.
And then I guess you do other stuff in the town and stuff like that.
Not really. not not always.
And
Which is kind of embarrassing.
something Dan
No.
told me was that some of the shows are bad. Like,
I wouldn't say that there are any shows that are bad, but
Mm-hmm.
there are some shows. So first of all, everyone has their own taste for Phish, right? So like I like a certain way that they play.
yeah.
The way that they play, like at Madison Square Garden, is my favorite way to see Phish.
Okay. Which is, can you describe
Which
it?
is so like there's like indoor Phish and outdoor Phish.
Yeah.
And so indoor Phish to me, like it's the energy of the garden, which is
Yeah.
like a contained kind of like powder keg, right?
Yes, yeah.
And so like I love that experience. It's
Yeah.
a really nice amount of people. I feel very comfortable in the garden. So
Yeah.
that's like to me like that's quintessential Phish.
Yeah.
But then there's some like Phish does this festival in Mexico every
Yeah.
year, and that's like a little bit more like they're more relaxed. We're on the beach, like they actually play on the beach, like people are in the ocean while they're
Okay.
playing,
It's
and
almost like background noise.
it's
almost.
not background noise because it really is the focus, but
Yeah.
it's a little more relaxed, and like
Yeah.
that's less my vibe. I like
Yeah.
the high energy Phish.
Yeah.
But like they definitely play different ways in different venues, and then there are also certain venues that they like will perform gags in, and or like not gags but like more interesting, like at for example at like Dick's Sporting Goods Arena, which is in Colorado, like they'll do sometimes where they like spell out a song name with the first letter of each song, or they'll start all the songs with the same letter or things like that. So there are places that have a little bit more lore than others.
Yeah.
And Madison Square Garden of course always gets the New Year's gag.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
It is interesting with this. Like one thing that I'll say, like, I think we both thought that, because New Year's, there's the impulse to like go to a club and, get hammered and whatever. And I think we both went in thinking it was more of an adventure rather than like an actual sweet, lovely thing. And it's like amazing how kind and loving it is as a New Year's thing. I mean, we took some We had a funny conversation about the shrooms.
Yeah, so we were getting ready to do shrooms before the show, and I have a pretty strict rule on not taking penis envy mushrooms because they're considered to be much more powerful than your regular mushroom, like a golden teacher or something. And the mushrooms he had, there were the little chocolates were penis envy, and I was like, I'm gonna.
Is that a brand?
It's a strain.
Okay, I've
Penis
never heard of it.
envy
I don't
is
know
a-
that much about mushrooms.
It's a strain that is, I think the correct term is human influenced. This is so the same thing they kind of did with weed, where they've like crossbred different strains to make a stronger strain.
Okay.
So whatever your dose is of penis envy, like say if you're like, I'm eating 3 grams of golden teacher, which is another strain, but you eat 3 grams of penis envy, you'll be much higher on the penis envy mushrooms. Yeah.
So we were just like, I was willing to go like crazy a little, and Che was trying to go like half crazy, but then he talked us off the ledge in terms of how many squares of this thing to eat. And then we had a funny conversation because like, but I was like kind of cooked at one point, and I was like, you know what's funny? You know what we fucked up about these bars? Like these mushroom chocolates are big business now, and on the back of the bar it says take 1 to 3 squares for gentle euphoria, 4 to 6 for intense connected, and then 7 to 10 for like blast off. And we didn't really listen to that, but I was like, I turned to him and I was like, dude, they're gonna get it right. Like it's a big business. Like they're not, if anything, they're gonna go under, because the last thing they want as like now a brand,
Right.
Because shrooms used to be like a guy in a fucking wizard hat being like, take these, you never know. And now it's like, as I said, it's like Lululemon's Sweet Green, Whole Foods selling them. The last thing they want is like someone taking a little bit and jumping off a bridge because they're like, I'm a bird now.
Yeah, that would be bad.
So we did go on. We weren't that like, we weren't that cooked.
Yeah, I wasn't that cooked. That was probably my biggest review of the Phish show, was I would get higher for a future Phish show. Because Dan was telling me before we went that the lights guy is like a core part of their band.
So he's like, they call him like the 5th member of the band, Chris Kuroda.
And he...
How'd you know that? Who told you that?
Because here's the thing, you don't know me. I'm obsessed with lore about things regardless of whether or not I like them. So like I'm interested in like Metallica lore and stuff like that, and I respect them. I just don't want to listen to a second of any Metallica. But I like I like the different historical things, and I like the ways that the fans interact. That kind of stuff is just interesting. To me.
Like, have you ever seen that meme that's like, do you want to watch a movie? And you're like, nah. It's like, do you want to watch a 4-hour documentary on YouTube about some specific lore? And you're like, actually, I do. I like those too.
No, I haven't seen that meme though.
Yeah, but that's exactly the vibe.
That's the vibe. I find those kind of puzzles and things fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went in. So we were late because we both did spots.
What spots?
Like comedy.
Work.
Yeah,
Okay, you had work.
Yeah.
And then so we got there. We missed 1/3 of the concert.
Right.
And then when we showed up, the guy. This is gonna be a funny thing, but the guy next to me, he goes like, we missed you in the first set. And I could tell like all we'd read about is that people were going to be warm and welcoming. But there was a tinge of like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Well, no,
missing the first.
I don't know that that's true though, because often what people will do is watch the different sets from different vantage points. So you could have been in the room. He didn't know that you were there.
He didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know. You could have been in a different section.
At one point he asked me, dude, why'd you come to this?
Did he really?
Yeah.
My guy was nice.
Oh, he was too nice.
My guy, I really liked my guy. He was like, he's like, did you guys, or is this your first time, or have you seen him before? I was like, my first time. He's like,
they asked you that because you were black.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like, dude, how'd you get in here?
Yeah.
But he was like,
are you on a day pass?
Yeah. Dude, you're in the wrong concert right now. But I was like, yeah, it's my first time. He goes, great night to come.
So funny, dude. They were so. We'll get to the black thing in a bit, but they were probably so fucking happy because they're all such like lefty Jews.
Yeah.
So like everything they do in their lives is probably so like pro diversity DEI stuff, and then they go to this thing and they're probably so embarrassed that it's all white people.
It's all white.
Yeah, the occasional Asian wife.
But there was a few Asian wives.
No Asian men except the creepy recording guy.
The recording guy.
Who was recording?
There was one dude who just had like a microphone out just the whole time, and he was just standing there.
He had gloves on and a microphone, and he was really praying.
So interesting, because that used to be a big part of Phish culture was taping it, right? But now all of the songs are, I mean, all of the shows are available. Like, if you have a ticket to
That
it.
guy had a little collection at home, and he goes, "Eh."
Okay, before we get to the race element.
By the way, I like the guy next to me, and I actually have mutual friends with him in the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Long story. You don't know this. It's
No,
kind
I
of funny.
don't know that.
Okay.
So some Dan told me is every show's different.
Yes.
And I know they kind of play like these super long solos, and it's this very like psychedelic thing where like the music never stops. It's like one long song that goes from one song to the next song. And
Sometimes they
valleys.
stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes
they stop. They'll confer about what to play next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But what makes Phish so unique in that way? That how would you describe it in like what the music is compared to going to see like fucking Johnny Cash, R.I.P. Yeah.
Okay, well, the music itself, they really have like carved out their own genre of jam band music.
Yes.
And so like there's that, but there's also, I mean, like they really are. It is a band that rewards attention.
Mm-hmm.
I always talk about how like Taylor Swift and Phish have really similar fandoms because they both really reward attention. And
It's one of your big talking points.
it is one of my big talking points, and I'm so glad it came up. And they're in conversation with their fans.
Okay.
So a lot of what goes on is that they know, for example, so on the milk carton that came from the ceiling,
The Spock.
so it said missing Spock's brain,
Yeah.
which is a song,
Oh,
and it
okay.
said a number 2000 something.
Yeah.
How many days it's been missing, because
Yeah.
that's the last time they played the song. The last time they played the song was in 2019.
Okay.
And people have remarked upon that. Wow, they haven't played Spock's Brain in a long time, right?
Yeah.
So then they put it on the milk carton saying like the song's been missing, and then they played it during the encore.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
part of being in
That was the
conversation
first song
with
they
the
played in
fandom.
the encore?
It was the second song they played in the encore.
How did you feel about the crowd when you walked? Because I was already like a little high, and when I walked in, I was like really excited for the adventure of it. And then when I walked in, it was so many fucking hippie Jews.
Yeah.
And just like guys with cut off shirts just swaying with absolutely no rhythm.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am gonna hate this.
Oh, no.
And I was trying to be not judgmental, but I walked in, and I like the idea. Like, I think the point of I turned to you one point and said something like, I don't know if I said this to you or it was in my head, but I was like, life is just like, it's kind of short, and you just have to dance as much as you can.
Yeah,
That's
essentially.
beautiful. You should
Yeah.
put that on a bumper sticker.
No, because what am I going to sell it at Phish concerts?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, there was a dude selling merch.
Yeah,
remember?
the Wizard Man.
Yeah, the Wizard dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to get that guy on the pod. By the way.
That's
That guy
a
was
good guy.
He looked like a flute player from like
Yeah.
Zelda or something.
Yes.
But then you settle in, you get to your seat, and it's the thing. I think the trick is don't look back. Like, don't spend too much time looking at the crowd. Like, just focus
I mean,
attention to the band.
I looked at the crowd a lot just to like, I liked how there was this like almost like rhythmic swaying and bobbing that everyone was doing that I really found hypnotic. But I thought it was going to be like stinkier and wookier. Yeah. That's what when I got there, I was like, oh, it's like people are dressed more normally and look way more normal than I thought they were going to be. I thought it was going to be like way more.
We're regular people.
That's something I do have a question about, was because why do so many Jewish people love Phish? Why is that so like connected?
Well, I think, I mean, so Phish came out of Vermont in the 80s, 90s, and I think that a lot of people then brought it to summer camps, Jewish summer camps.
Oh.
And so the way that most people, not me, but the way that most people got turned on to Phish was through their counselors.
Okay.
And so it became like a Jewish summer camp culture thing, and I think
Yeah.
from there it kind of
got
branched
spread
out.
out.
But yeah, that's my
Okay.
understanding or my theory.
It also
yeah.
it feels
Yeah.
very it feels very like it's you don't feel at all weird being super Jewy in there. Like, it's very kind of warm, welcoming too. You know, it's rare that you can be like, there aren't many spaces where you can be like
Tie-dye yarmulke.
tie-dye yarmulke.
Yeah.
Musical theater probably also. Yeah. And then it just spreds from there, and then all the Jews do everything together. So they're like, I heard of this thing. You know? It's fun.
Yeah.
Jews love drugs too. I don't know if you know that. Do you know that?
No, I don't know that.
Yeah, Jews love a lot of Jews love like psychedelics, and like
Okay.
even Orthodox Jews will.
Yeah.
If you go to the bathhouse ever, you'll see like Hasidic Jews like smoking weed and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, That's cool.
Yeah, they'll do blow. Like blow is kosher.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
Does that have to be blessed?
Yeah. I actually did. I don't know if I ever told you this, but it's a lot. It's a side tangent. But one time in my apartment, my old apartment, my friend was a big blow guy, and we were in the elevator with a bunch of Orthodox Jews who couldn't push the buttons. And my friend was like, "You want to come up to the apartment?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure." And then my friend was doing so much blow, and all these like 20-year-old Orthodox Jews were just cooked. And then they were like, "Can you please play Drake?" And I was like, "Hit the button, motherfucker!" And they're like, "I can't." It was awesome.
It's the button, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's great. Yes. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of Jews. What is like? Do you like that aspect of it, or do you walk around analyzing all the Jews there like I do?
No, I don't.
You just chill.
No, I mean, I'm walking around seeing everything, but no, I'm definitely not like in a highly analytical state.
Sure,
no.
sure.
But I do like that. I do like the Jewish element. I do like that. It's like feels like a community thing.
Yeah. And you like the hang too? Like you bop around and hang with people
At the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. We lingered and tried to find you.
You know, you could have called me.
No, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I called once.
My
Yeah.
phone's over there. I'll check
My
later.
theory on it that I told him while we were pretty high was that I was like, I don't think she wants to be around us because we're such noobs.
No,
Yeah.
I would have no. It's actually like a badge of honor to bring new people into the community. Like it would have been cool. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you don't get the badge.
You called me 3 days. You left this part out of the intro. You called me 3 days before and asked me a million questions about it, and I did encourage you to come. So
A million questions?
Like so many questions.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do think I get like some partial credit.
Yeah, you get some credit.
For
Yeah.
encouraging you.
So
you didn't see. I'm gonna be so Larry David right now. You never saw the texts.
Oh, I saw you texting me.
Come
so,
hang.
okay,
But
so
you were
here's
in
the
the
thing.
middle of. You were in
So,
the middle.
Yeah,
of
I was in the
something.
middle of the
What
show.
were you in the middle?
Listening to music.
No, it wasn't on yet.
What do you mean it wasn't on yet?
It wasn't. It was set break.
Oh, during set break?
Yeah.
Oh, I was being very social.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the
what-
thing. Like during
yeah.
set break, everybody's like, you kind of go around a circle in the
I also
100
have
section and you run
potential,
into
like-
people.
Jess is a fantastic socializer. A little bit like if she's probably of the wrong time. Like she would have been an amazing sort of Gilded Age wife, like who organized all
like
the parties.
electricity.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I like electricity.
She likes electricity,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like I think she's conscious. I think she might have thought that like I might have weirded out her like very
No.
specific Phish
You've been
friends.
doing great lately.
Oh,
My
yeah.
friends have really been
One
liking
time
you
I
lately.
got blacked out and insulted a bunch of her friends at her apartment,
Yeah.
but that's like 6 years ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Well,
it took like 5 years to climb your way back into my social life. Yeah, no, but you've been great. I would have been happy to introduce you to my friends.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I one thing, if I was gonna stress out the way you do, because the way he presented it to me was very spur of the moment. He was like, we were at this taco place, we're eating tacos. It's literally New Year's Eve at like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want to go see Phish tonight? And I was like, I don't know, yeah. And then I was like, all right, let's do it. And it made it seem like it was just something he thought of right away. But I
Dan's
know
more calculated than you think.
No. Go
well,
on. So-
well, knowing Dan, I should have known that he did like a bunch of research before making the decision.
Oh, funny.
That you wouldn't just be like spur of the moment. And I was like,
no.
this is fun.
I would say that I thought part of me was like, I think I should just take some drugs and go alone to this.
Yeah.
And I like to think that I still would have done it. But the fact that you came with, like, push comes to shove, I think I would have gone with my cousin to some dumb club thing. And so it was great.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm pretty sure. I was thinking a lot about it.
I just like
that wasn't obvious.
No. You didn't mention.
I wasn't like I've been toiling over this for 3 days.
No. You said, do you want to go to Phish? And I was like, I was actually talking to someone the other day about how I want to go to Phish. I've wanted to go to Phish for a little while.
Yeah.
And then you were like, had done all. I'm like, I should have known that it wasn't just, you weren't just like, I had this idea or I just thought of this. You're like, no, you had done
I don't think I wasn't.
You had made phone calls.
I've made plenty. Yeah.
3
I like
days.
any opportunity to make a phone call.
Dan loves to chat.
I
He
love
does.
a
He
phone.
likes to
I love
chat,
a phone call. But okay, wait. So the guy next to me, this is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I start asking him. He was like, "Welcome, man, welcome," and I was like, "Yeah." And then he starts like telling me a few little tidbits about things. But then I was like, "This guy's got information."
Mm-hmm.
So then I started like asking him questions, and then I realized that I was like no, I was talking to him through like for 10 minutes. I was like asking him questions and like annoying questions too. And I was like, so are they considered like actually funny? And he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, but like, are people like, wow, that was actually funny? Like, and he goes, yeah. And then I'm like, but like, do you find them funny?
You're not supposed to talk at Phish.
Yeah. And then he was like, I don't know. And then he's like, and then we go for set break. I actually wrote this down, and we come back, and he had this shirt on. The kid had a shirt on that said, what is it? Oh, I'm sorry, is the band interrupting your loud conversation? So I was like, he tried to be really nice about it, but like I was driving this kid insane. And then I never tell people this, but he was like Jewy, and I was like, I knew that he would be somewhat impressed. So I was like, I'm sorry, I'm like I'm like a comedian, I'm like really annoying, I'm like asking a lot of questions. And then he's like, oh, okay. And he goes, here, take some the glow sticks. And I was like, cool. And he's like, throw them when it's a good moment.
Yeah.
And then I start tripping out, and I have a lot of dark thoughts for about 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm like sitting there like this. And then all of a sudden I see the kid pick up the glow sticks.
Yeah.
And it was really sweet because I was like, oh, he's like, this is a good moment. And I was like, fucking sick. And I grabbed a bunch of glow sticks and I whipped them. But it turns out his best friend runs Comedy UO.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he actually like recognized you, like he knew. So he was more cool with it than I thought. But for a while I was like, I ruined this guy's, because then you read on all the forums like, yeah, Phish, like show 3 was better than show 4. I actually think show 4 they played a better set than 3, but like my seatmates weren't so great set 4 or whatever. And so I was like, I ruined this kid's
his Phish experience.
But we were cool.
Yeah, I mean, my guy, he talked to me first every time. So I was like, this is cool. There was also we had the people in front of us where we were trying. That's the only group I was really analyzing. There was this man and lady that were dancing together and like really close, like kind of salsaing. And then she was dancing with someone else after, but then that seemed more like her partner who she was sitting with. And then the guy who was in a blazer who was dancing with her was dancing with a different lady, and then blazer guy disappeared.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what was that sort of situation?
Yeah.
Phish mirrors the greater culture, you know? So
I
like
thought a lot about how
happening.
happy people were in their marriages.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it seems like a nice marriage.
Yeah.
I would live people's entire lives in my head. And then the guy in front of us, and then I'm glad I wasn't actually quite like higher, because the guy in front of us kept sitting down and looking at his DraftKings account.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I was convinced
funny.
that guy was security.
And I was like, society is being destroyed.
Do you want to talk about the race element?
Sure.
Yeah, dude. Because that was definitely something we noticed immediately.
Yeah.
Majority white at the Phish for sure. And I think it's Phish.
I didn't notice it until about 20 minutes in, and then I thought about it.
Yeah, and you're like, yeah, very, very white crowd.
Yeah.
I think, it for one, it's like, it feels like 70s hippie culture, which was already pretty white.
Yeah.
And
I did the whitest thing ever, too, which is that I was like, there aren't a lot of black people here. 0, maybe. You might be the only one. And I was like, why do you think that is? And then you started talking, and I was like, yeah. Actually, let me tell you why I think it is.
Well, why do you think that is?
I think
I have thoughts too, by the way.
Yeah. I think just like rock and roll in general is whiter. Like there's some black communities that are and just for the record, I'm Canadian too, so I'm not even connected to like black American culture as deeply. But rock in general is just whiter. And then also psychedelics, I think, definitely skew whiter as well. And so I think you mesh those things together. Not a lot of people from other races are indulging in what this is. When just from like a baseline, like if you're Chinese and you do mushrooms, they might cut your head off. Like you'll get sentenced to death. Like if you're a white Jew in America and you do mushrooms, people are like,
your parents are like, have fun.
Yeah, have a good time. Yeah, so it's like it's from a baseline you have a different understanding when drugs and like psychedelics and like letting go and that whole like third eye introspective kind of thing is like a core part of the culture. Then there's a bunch of cultures that grow up with a deeper negative representation of that in their life. They're not going to be drawn to that. Yeah, that's my thought.
It's also like it's not cool. That was one of the like it's not.
No, it's not cool.
Like you can't imagine you can't be like a cool black guy swaying around like a fucking idiot. Like it's you also have to have, in order to enjoy it, your defenses have to be at 0. Like you can't be worried about how people feel about you. You have to just be like so like free and open.
Present.
And it's just like it takes a certain amount of luxury to be able to be that comfortable.
Interesting.
You have to be. It's kind of like it's kind of like being open, being willing to go to therapy and really say how you feel.
Yeah.
It's not
Going to Phish.
Yeah, like it's
I
not.
never
It's
thought
not
of it
very
that way.
It's not very masculine. Like in a way, it's masculine.
There's so many men.
Oh yeah, a lot of.
But I bet
Yeah.
a lot of those
But
dudes.
It's not like what you think of like traditional alpha machismo kind of.
Right.
It's almost the opposite. To like sway and be like, oh, the milk, and like be really chill and like, what's up, man? How are you doing? That's not like abrasive, like protect your family, protect yourself kind of mentality. It's like you're like welcoming and soft and like cuddly almost. Yeah.
Interesting.
Have you ever had any really annoying people around you?
All the time.
Really?
Actually, like on Monday. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
What is it? What do they do? What are the most annoying things people do at Phish when
So,
they're sitting next to you?
When people dance and are not aware at all of their personal space, so they're bumping into you a lot.
yeah.
So that's common. And people talking very loudly. But it's really, I think the dancing thing is more common.
Yeah.
And people are having a good time, but you have to respect other people's space. But that's really as
what
bad
about
as it
asking
gets.
you questions? What about talking to you?
Yeah. It depends. Like sometimes it's really nice and you get to know the people, your seat neighbors, and you have a great night and you're talking and understanding where you are in this community. But sometimes people are talking and it's clearly unwanted and they're not understanding that. But I'd say that more often than not, I'm in a setting where people are really nice. And even when the people are dancing and bumping into you, they're super nice when you let them know. It's not like it's not a combative community.
Oh,
like,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And then they get back to.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever like gotten into any kind of altercation.
You've never
at
gotten
Phish.
into an altercation at Phish?
I haven't.
Have you seen an altercation at Phish?
Not really.
Yeah. I
No,
wouldn't
people are
expect
like
that.
really good at conflict resolution in
Yeah.
that context.
In that space.
Well, it kind of seems like it's promoted, and because there's such a tight knit community, that if you break the rules here, you won't be welcomed back.
I don't know, because the truth is, I mean, you come back, it's there's 20,000 people in Madison Square Garden. Nobody's going to know you're there if you're not sitting with the same people. But sometimes you get into a situation where like people buy these 4-day passes for these runs, and so you get the same tickets for 4 days, and the people around you also have the same tickets for 4 days. So like you're seeing the same people 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
Like there was one situation I was at a show at Mohegan Sun, which is a great venue to see Phish, and a guy in front of us was really like he was a disaster, and the person next to me said to him like, "Hey, like you need to do less drugs tomorrow."
Yeah.
Wow.
Because everyone was going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
You need to do
How
less
do you
drugs
take that?
tomorrow. He was like, "Okay, man, yeah, have a great night."
Yeah.
And
was he better?
I wasn't there the next night, so
okay,
I can't
okay,
say.
yeah.
But I
You
would,
don't have
I,
any
I would
reports?
hope so.
Yeah, you would hope
I would
that
hope
he
so.
Took that to heart.
In my heart, I believe that he was.
Yeah.
I saw 2 obnoxious guys.
Yeah.
I saw one guy get kicked out because he kept dancing in the front of our little seating area.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And then they were like, move, and he kept showing his wristband like that.
Yeah.
Really obnoxious. The other guy, I think he was well-meaning, but there was so the bathroom attendant in the guy's bathroom. He was there, was sweeping up, doing all the shit jobs, and it was not an easy. It's like obviously not an easy night for him. And this guy came in there, and the music was on, and he was just like, "Man, you guys are the real heroes, man." Like this guy just didn't care. He's like, "I worked in hospitality forever, man. I was in restaurants. You guys are the ones
You should have him on the podcast.
Make this the attendant."
No,
I
the
would
guy
rather
who
have
was
the
in
attendant,
hospitality.
honestly, and be like,
Yeah.
"How'd you feel about that fucking guy?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "You guys are the unsung hero of the night." And the guy's like, "Okay, brother." Like he just
He
like
doesn't give a fuck.
didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, see, that's part of when you're talking about the
And that-
white only situation, where you have this guy from another culture who's here, and he's like, dude, I have to struggle to fucking clean these bathrooms.
He was a white Jew, actually.
Oh, he's a white Jew.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
But you're seeing these, like, when you're saying it has to be from a point of privilege to be able to have the freedom and have the comfortability in order to, like, I'm going to do drugs at a concert and be super chill or go travel around to see these people. If you're here from, I don't know, Paraguay and you're scrubbing bathrooms to get by, you're not like, dude, I'm going to do mushrooms and hang out.
Yeah. He's not like, next year I'll be in the audience.
I'm going to go hang out at Phish.
No, he's going to be like, next year.
Yeah.
What's the deal with people selling shit at Phish? Like, people set up their own little businesses?
So there's a big big tradition in Phish that came from the Grateful Dead is this like lot culture. And so not at Madison Square Garden, because obviously we're in the middle of Manhattan and there's nowhere to set up a lot, but at many of the venues there's a lot. And so they call it Shakedown, which is also an homage to the Grateful Dead. And people make things and sell them. And there are vendors who, like, for the entire summer tour will follow Phish selling merch and selling food and setting up there.
Yeah.
And so that continues.
See, that's what I want to go to Phish and do
With the
that.
looks.
And,
Okay.
like, hang out and do the whole hangout and then go to the show. That's a long fucking day for me.
Yeah.
Like, this, even I left early because I was like, dude, I've been here for 3 hours.
No, it was the longest show ever at Madison Square Garden.
That one
the
was?
longest concert ever at
Then
Madison Square Garden
I was like,
New Year's.
I got my fill. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, we missed the starting, and then we got there at like 10 or something, and then we watched them until after midnight, and it's like 12:30, and I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's time for bed, man.
And
Yeah.
then but I will say, just to wrap up, I really appreciated the New Year's side of it. I thought it was very sweet. It was very funny. I mean, there was so much lore I didn't understand. There's a fucking guy in a dress. Like, it's a whole song and dance. There's all these geckos and stuff on
He
stage.
changed
It was
his
a
dress,
lizard.
too.
You don't even know it's a lizard.
Lizard,
You don't know
yeah.
what's been. It's funny because, like, you're seeing it for the first time, so you don't. Is it always lizards? Like, you don't know.
No, the
right?
lizard came out and people lost it.
They were
lost it for the lizard.
People love the lizard. There's
And
a song called The Lizards. And so
Oh.
that lizard had come from a previous New Year's.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
like, he's bad.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I was like, oh, he's a...
To wrap up, do you have any questions for two first timers?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Oh, I honestly, the trampoline killed
Is the
me.
trampoline always?
So every time they play that song, it's called You Enjoy Myself. We call it Yem. Yes, they bring out the trampolines for
Okay.
that song every time.
Were they actually? So the guy brought out the trampoline and put it in the wrong spot. Was he actually fucking up, or was it a gag?
Did he?
Yeah.
No. I didn't see
Suppose
that
because
happen.
Trey was yelling at him after,
I didn't
saying
see
you
that
put
happen.
the trampoline. Well,
Really, they were in the.
then
They
you
seem
need
to be.
better
In,
seats
they seem
next
to be in a
time.
great
You need
spot.
the-
I was.
no,
I
they
was
would-
in great seat. They seem to
would
be.
not.
They seem to be in the usual
No,
spot.
he kept moving him around. He said, "No, what are you
Interesting.
doing?"
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't notice
Well,
that.
they did probably have a slightly different stage setup because of the freezer hole in the stage. So I think probably that was because normally it's very down to a science. It's funny, like when you sit on the side, you see them bring out the trampolines and then they test them out.
Yeah.
Like the crew before they bring them up on the stage. But yeah, so every time they play Yem, which they play pretty much every run, they do the trampolines.
The trampolines,
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard because at this point I was decently high on mushrooms, but also I was like, this is so simplistic compared to what you see. Like, it did get way more extravagant later.
Yeah.
But in terms of a performance at a musical thing, jumping on a trampoline isn't that crazy.
But they had nice.
Well, that's
choreography.
as extravagant as it gets on a normal night.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
on New Year's, like there are never, besides on New Year's,
Yeah.
there are never costumes or like props
yeah.
or any sort of, it's always just like guys on a stage.
But then they
Yeah.
were jumping in unison, and people were
Yeah.
losing it. And I
It was
like,
awesome.
This is so
Yeah.
simple. But I was also loving
Yeah.
it because it was trippy, and with them moving around to the music. And
It's analog.
I was laughing so hard. I was like, this is so funny, dude. So yeah, I would say Phish is funny.
Phish is funny.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Funny,
No,
yeah.
the thing is that they're kind of funny, and people like different parts. And you put up, if you don't like their goofiness, you put up with the goofiness
To get
because you
the-
like the jamming.
Yeah.
If you don't really care about the jamming, you're kind of like there for the goofiness. I mean, and some people probably love every aspect of it. My favorite, I would say, just like I had the moment where I understood the jam. I was like, he's like the guy next to me was like, they're screwing around, but they're like talking now, and they're gonna lock in. And I was like, oh. But then I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
And then I fucking threw some shit.
It would build and these
Big
moments-
throwing stuff culture
They-
too.
they
Big
would
throwing
throw
stuff
stuff.
culture.
Yeah.
I convinced the
Yeah.
guy next to me. They threw out a inflatable ice cream, and he looks at me, and he's like, "I'm gonna keep this one." And I was like, "Dude, throw it all away, bro." And he was like, "No." I was like, "You're not gonna care about this thing tomorrow. Throw it." And he was like, "I'm keeping it." And I was like, "All right." And then 10 minutes later, he goes, "I thought about it. I'm gonna throw it." And I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like,
yeah.
I'm part of this community.
You are.
I fucking
Yeah.
influenced this guy." Anyway, he was a sweetheart. We gotta leave.
Yeah, we gotta leave. All right, we gotta
All right.
go. But yeah, I liked it. It was great.
Happy
I-
New
so
Year,
happy.
Jay.
Happy New
New
Year.
Year, Jess.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Welcome to the Phish
You're
community.
Jewish now.
I'm Jewish. Yay.
Now you start suffering.
Mazel
I
tov.
got to suffer, dude. No, I don't want to suffer.
Let's go get